Mauro Garofalo, International Relations Officer for the Community of Sant'Egidio, joins us from Rome. So, Mauro, what did you talk about in the negotiation meeting?
This is actually the second round of talks with the South Sudanese representative. This time we accomplish an agreement for the non-signatories of the Addis Ababa process to enter in the monitoring process for the ceasefire. This is something real. This is something that will have and already have effects on the ground. So the government and the opposition will work together for silencing the guns in South Sudan.
How is the current government working on ending violence during this negotiation period?
The government sent a very high-level delegation to Rome to discuss with the non-signatories all the details, political and technical, about this agreement. It seemed to us that they were very serious about it. And this is a step forward in order to diminish at least the level of violence in the country. We know that we are in a crucial moment for the history of this very young country. We really hope that these talks of Rome will help in forming the government of national unity, but also to bring some reconciliation in the country.
On Saturday, the South Sudan president announced the country will return to a 10-state system. Did you discuss this new transitional government and how it will look?
We open a path of dialogue with the non-signatories. The number of states is a key issue for reconciliation in South Sudan, and it will for sure help all this archipelago of opposition to come back to the political dialogue. For now, we focus on the cessation of hostilities, but the path to discuss more issues, including that you already mentioned, is open, and we are going to continue with other meetings in Rome, both with signatories and non-signatories. So our aim is to support the international process and to work on the cessation of hostilities.
I know the South Sudan delegates will come back in March for their next negotiation meeting. What can we expect until then?
We expect for them to take even more concrete steps towards the end of violence. We expect to keep this space of dialogue open as much as we can, because with the cessation of hostilities and with an open and frank discussion, we could face even more difficult issues such as the federalism, number of states, and of course the security issue, which are also a key point in the situation. So with a confidential but frank discussion, we will address also these other issues.
Mauro, we don't have much time, but I was wondering, how important is it for the Holy See to be involved?
Let's say that since the spiritual retreat, all the political actors and especially the leadership of the country felt a great moral pressure. And even during our meetings, we had this feeling of guilty. They felt guilty for not accomplishing that much after this historical moment with Pope Francis. So if we may say that these talks, this engagement toward the end of violence is also a kind of answer. But for sure the role of the Holy See and the gesture of the Pope was of a great importance, a fundamental importance.
Mauro, thank you so much for your insight. We really appreciate it. Mauro Garofalo, International Relations Officer for the Community of Sant'Egidio. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me.